Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Parlay Revival. So last week you saw us get absolutely smashed in some of the worst conditions we've ever been in. As we found ourselves sailing straight into the path of Cyclone Senya. It was the first one to ever form in the history of the region, and over 400 people tragically lost their lives in the flooding and landslides caused by the storm. It was a tough sail indeed, as we battled 30 to 40 knot winds and some of the heaviest rain I've ever seen. But it's far from over yet. We still have to get all the way around the top of Sumatra to clear out of Indonesia, then do another 300-mile upwind slog to get to Malaysia. But after the passing of the cyclone, conditions had become incredibly calm as we left the anchorage we were hiding in to continue to head north. It was an unbelievable contrast to what we had been through a few days earlier, and everyone was enjoying a little calmness as we motor sailed overnight to get as many miles under our belt as possible before the weather packed it in again. Oh! We made it. We ended up doing 80 miles overnight, and we motored for 80% of it. Normally I'd be upset about that. That's a lot of fuel, a lot of engine hours. But after what we went through from Simalu, I was stoked to just have it dead calm, super flat seas, just motoring our way up here. And a friend of a friend has lived in the area for 20 years and he's tipped us off about a little wave here. Just grateful to be here in one piece and not have to go through any more storms, because as you know, a lot of stuff going on at the moment. So the cyclone over near Medan, just on the other side of these mountains, eventuated into nothing substantial in terms of wind, but so much rain, mudslides, landslides, really pretty disastrous for the communities on that side. But it didn't keep forming or building, or it kind of just dissipated. And then the earthquake just down here, it was only a 6.3, so there was no tsunami warning or anything. But it definitely feels like there's some, natural energy in this area, for sure. So yeah, just gonna relax, have a surf, take the dogs to the B-E-A-C-H. They can spell that word. We started calling it its word, and then we started spelling it, and then we shortened it to one letter, B. And so now we're gonna have to come up with some code word for it. This isn't like barreling meant to buy waves, but it's super fun, consistent, mellow, good for the girls and the boys. This landscape is also not like anything we've seen in Indonesia before. It's all mountainous trees. Even this island here doesn't really have any coconut trees on it. On the chart it says that this island is connected to Sumatra, but in reality we're looking at this big channel that goes around it, creating this island. So the charts are not to be taken as gospel. They are very, very loosely charted. What a beautiful spot. I can't even describe how relieved we were to not be battling any storms, and we're back doing what we love the most, being anchored right next to a surf spot. Even Jamie paddled out for this one, with no chance of getting dragged across a reef, as we surfed right in front of this crazy little village built on the edge of a cliff. Maybe this was a preventative measure after the tsunami devastation which hit this area extremely hard in 2004. There was some more swell on its way, so we headed further north where there are some seriously good quality waves, and man did we get spoiled. This would actually be one of our last surf sessions in Indonesia, after being here for a solid 6 months, having the time of our lives. So we were just lapping it all up, with 4 different surf spots literally a short paddle away from the boat. But as usual, not everything can be perfect out here. Okay, we're here. Everything's incredible. The sun's out, the weather's better, the wind's offshore. We're in absolute paradise. Except the water here is really dirty. Probably because of that cyclone and all the rain. It's just really dark green. So we're not going to run our water maker, and we've run out of water. We could go offshore, probably 5 to 10 miles, and get some nice clear water. Or one of the resorts here, A-Frames Resort, has said we can buy water off them for $1 a jug. $1 every 20 litres. So we're just going to do that. We just got 120 litres for $6. I'd use more than that in fuel to get out there and back to make the water.
So here we are.
So we could have run the water maker in here, as it turns even the dirtiest salt water into potable fresh water, but it would eventually have clogged up the filters. So this was the perfect solution for the next couple of days. You know, they say sailing around the world is just fixing your boat in beautiful locations, and that pretty much sums it up nicely, I'd say.
Okay, so we got this little issue with our anchor setup. The bridle, it's just the way that we do it. We don't really want to change our ways because we like how we do it. But we attach the bridle up here on deck and we just let it out. But we've got a thicker bridle now. We just had this thin nylon 3-strand shit before. So we upgraded the bridle, but now it's quite thick. It has this hard time getting through the anchor roller. But that's not the bad part. The bad part is that the eye loop on the end of it, maybe 3 times out of every 7 will catch on these 2 little tags that the Ultra anchor roller has. But I think the roller is so good that it doesn't need those. I've never ever seen it even come close to wanting to jump off a roller. And we've been in some pretty gnarly situations, so we're going to chop those right off. We'll go that, but then we'll have to round this corner here.
So Jamie did the honors with this one, which we thought would be a lot harder to get through considering it's 316 stainless steel. On Parlay we have the Ultra anchor and roller, the Chromox stainless steel chain, and Maxwell windlass, which I'm pretty sure is the best setup you can get on a boat this size. So a huge shout out to them all for hooking us up with such sturdy gear for our circumnavigation.
There you go guys, all done.
As I mentioned, doing the bridle our way just meant we didn't have to hang over the bow to attach it, and this little trim solved all of our problems.
Look at these boards. Chris went surfing here yesterday. It was really big. Overhead, barreling, fast wave, and conveniently there's a rock in the middle of the barrel, kind of. And Chris surfed straight into it with his Hypto Crypto here. So I gave him one of my boards, and this morning he surfed into the same rock. So he's got 2 boards sitting here. At this rate, we've got 3 spare boards left for him. The human wrecking ball. What has he done now?
Pulled into a nice little drainer, and then I'm just bummed because I couldn't find the top. I was looking around for it and it must have gotten sucked around somewhere in the current. But some Grom is going to be stoked.
I actually went for a surf that afternoon and found the nose of his board in the surf. So I got it back to him to get repaired and give to a local kid in need.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just doing some work.
Work?
Yeah.
You don't work.
Yeah, I do a little bit of work. How else would I be on Parlay for 2 months?
Your sister pays for all your food.
I'm actually working on my Amazon business. I sell bidets on Amazon. I've been doing it for like 3 years now.
What made you get into bum guns?
I first went to Indonesia probably 5 years ago, and I tried one out for the first time, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Americans are blowing it. Like, what are we doing using TP? This is not the way to do it. So one of the huge benefits for me was just like actually feeling clean after using the toilet. You probably use 95% less toilet paper than you would if you don't have a bidet.
We're thinking about installing this one on the boat.
It's super easy. You just screw your hose on here to the T-valve, and then screw your sprayer on to the end of the hose, and you're ready to go.
And that's it.
That's it.
So I can tell you right now, on this boat, we don't have that fitting there, so we're just going to have to use an adapter. But on a house, that'll just bolt straight on.
That'll just bolt straight on to like 99% of toilets.
Have you ever used the bum gun?
I've used, it's been in Asia, I've used them a little bit, but I'm not convinced. I think they're not that good.
Why don't you like them?
I still don't know about the old spraying down there when you're on the toilet. Definitely got to have the right angle on it.
Does it get you too excited? Since Jamie's not convinced about bum guns, we're gonna do a little test for him and see if toilet paper can clean one of these substances off of his. You want to do beard or you want to do hand?
I'll just do me.
Pick your. What's your
Vegemite.
selection? As an Aussie would.
I'm only worried about wasting it, but we'll take her on.
All right.
That's cool.
This is when you use the bathroom, and
Is that what happens
Jamie
after
wants
you
to
use the
use-
bathroom?
Geez, I hope it don't look like that. I'm in trouble.
Jamie wants to use paper to clean up after he uses the bathroom, rather than water. And so we're gonna do a test. We're gonna see how he can clean that up with toilet paper, and then we're gonna try the bum gun after.
Oh.
Well, now it's halfway up your back. Okay. Pretty much got it. Still some in there though. The hairs are a bit sticky.
Little cotton balls.
Yeah, so Chris did have a pretty good point about toilet paper not really getting you as clean as you might think. But how much better would the bum gun really be?
Yeah, that's pretty bloody good. Quite a shock to see how much toilet paper I used to get that off.
Alright, just install it in one of the bathrooms. So I just had to use 2 adapters, one to go up a size and then back down to the original. We've got the hand pump toilets, so we don't have any fresh water going to it. I guess a lot of boats these days have freshwater flush, so they would already have fresh water right at the toilet. But if you're like us, then we had to tap into the sink over here. Alright, let's see what the crew think about this.
Oh, I can't take this seriously. Holy crap.
To be honest, Britt's been wanting one of these for a long time. Been hesitant for the main reason of how much water it will use. We've been in Indo for 6 months, and everywhere you go to the bathroom off the boat, we'll have a bum gun, and sometimes not even any toilet paper. I've become accustomed to these, but I was worried about how much water it would use. So I've never done a test before, so I'll use the gun, how I would use it, and then I'll do the same amount of time into this, and we'll see how much water it uses.
Big fan of the bum gun.
Today we proudly brought to you by the bum gun.
All right, let's see how this little guy performs.
It's correct. Oh my god, that was a plunger. Oh, there we go.
Here we go.
Bum buddy reaction.
Why is there water on the wall?
Woo!
Oh,
That's the good stuff.
so that bidet is firing.
Love this thing. Bum buddy! Oh!
That was about this long. So women would use it to pee and to poo, and the guys just to poo. So if worst case scenario guys took 2 poos a day, they would be using a full one of those per day, because it's about half of that. So it does add up, but not an over excessive amount of water actually. I like it. I like it a lot. So now you just use toilet paper to dry. And there's no toilet paper in here. Alright, my final bum gun review. We're gonna leave it installed. I think it's a good idea. 2 reasons. It's more hygienic. Can't deny that. And you use less toilet paper. We buy so much toilet paper for this boat. When we have 8 crew, we're buying dozens and dozens of rolls of paper. So what do you think about the fact that you only use a tiny bit of toilet paper to dry?
Yeah, because it's nightmare. Even if it's not even my blockage, I'm normally in there fixing it.
Jamie fixed the toilet.
So Missy, 20 pumps every time after. The classic greenhorn mistake. Too much toilet paper.
Stinks!
Yeah, it's getting bad.
But yeah, Bum Buddy. Alright, you want to let everyone know where they can buy one of these?
Hopefully, Colin can leave a link in the description, and you guys can just click that and find my Amazon store and purchase it on Amazon Prime.
In all seriousness, Chris has become a good friend, so grab yourself a Bum Buddy if you want to support a young entrepreneur. Anyway, enough about our squeaky clean backsides. It was time to head north to make one more stop before finally clearing out of Indonesia.
We're very close to clearing out of Indonesia. We've got one more stop though, right up the north end here, and we've ended up with a buddy boat. It's the Pulse surf charter boat, very famous boat, but the owner of it, Des, is somewhat of an uncle to Sonny, who was just on the boat. Anyway, he's family, and he came and said hello, had a quick surf with him, and now we're gonna sort of buddy boat up there, but he's a big power cat. He does about 8.5 knots, and we're a sailing boat doing 5.9 knots. Always good to make new friends, is what I like to say. But we're close to leaving Indo. Getting a little sad. It's been, I think the best time of my life here. But yeah, next stop is Malaysia for the next 3 months, 4 months. Just gonna be all work. We got to do a lithium battery upgrades, get more solar. The work list is this long. So plenty of work content for you guys.
I was driving down the coastline. I had no thought of destination. I was just hoping it would make me feel fine. I guess it was some kind of contemplation.
Would you look at this place? The wave right there on this secluded island. This country is just absolutely incredible. But I just went over to the Pulse and had a quick chat to Des. But I thought I'd come back, grab the camera and take you guys along with us because it's a pretty sweet boat.
Never
Come, mate.
Come on in.
Long time no see.
I know, right? It's been ages. Welcome to Pulse. Best boat on the coast. Come on through.
How's this set up?
This is a salon.
No way.
Yeah, it's well suited to just kicking back and relaxing.
So did you design this boat?
I did, yeah. So there was a base design that was going around, and we sort of said to the designers, like, I like what you're doing, but I want to change the hell out of it and make it the best charter boat going on the coast. So, and that's what we've done. It's not the fanciest, but it's the best suited to exactly what we do. And when we designed, we were like, we're going to be mostly surfing right-handers. The wind will be coming from that way, and we'll be looking out that way into the barrel. So when we decided which side the galley was going to be on, that's the side it was.
How's this fridge?
Yeah, this fridge, yeah. The engine outside.
Yeah.
The engine
This only fridge. The engine outside.
Are you the chef or the engineer?
No, engineer.
Nice.
Yeah. The engineer too, boss.
And what you won't hear running is the generator, because we're a solar lithium hybrid setup.
Oh, serious?
So we run generator 6 hours a day, air conditioner all night.
I have 2 main engine,
Yeah.
2 auxiliary engine,
Yeah.
and 4 inverter.
How many horsepower?
350 horsepower.
How many knots do you do?
11.
So you can get to the surf breaks fast.
Yes.
So
Mitsubishi's?
perfect for dirty fuel in Indonesia. They just keep on chugging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice engine room, man. Oh, you got another one? Quick, lock him in there. How good's that? Now this is an engine room. Oh man, so much space. This is a long way down. How good? Man, you can swing a cat in here.
No diesel bug here, look.
Yes. Jealous. How much lithium do you have?
We've got about 900 amp hours at 24 volts. So we've got
Okay.
40 batteries.
And that's
About-
enough to run the aircon all night.
Yep. Crew are in here and down in here. Shade when we need it during the day. Surf charter boats are all about being able to sit around, have chill out zones, plenty of them, and shade.
How are these windows?
I know.
So
Kiwi
much
windows.
ventilation. Are they?
See that?
So the roof's just all solar.
Yeah, the roof's 5.5 kilowatts.
Oh shit.
Yeah. This is where all the action happens.
Here's the best bit up here. Each cooler takes 96 beers each, cold.
The record for an 11-day, not a 12-day trip, was 67 cartons plus 10 bottles of spirits.
That's the record.
And they surfed 2 or 3 times a day. It pumped the whole time.
Aussie.
Aussies from the Shire. Hope they don't come back. We can't afford to do that.
And you take 8 guests?
No, we take 10 and 7 crew. We've got myself and a Western photographer. We operate out of North Nias, and we do the Banyak Islands, but everywhere from Asu to South Similu would be our zone. Occasionally we'll go down to Telos just when we need to. Yeah.
So what first brought you to Indonesia?
Well, I came up to work in Malaysia as a naval architect, promptly bought a boat, and then quit as soon as I thought I could afford to go sailing. Came down here for a year, and when I showed up at the Banyak Islands, I was thinking about sailing all the way to Bali, and I went, you know what, I'm not going any further. So I hung out there for the season and became mates with my partner Marcus and his brother Miles. And the next year they hit me up and they said, mate, why don't you come and join the business and we build a new boat, build that design we spoke about. And I couldn't think of a better idea, and I'm like, yeah mate, you're in.
So we had a potluck dinner with Des, but his crew certainly outshone us in the food department.
Any more of this?
The next morning at sunrise, we picked up the anchor headed for Sabang to finally clear out of the country. We had been motoring for less than half an hour when we hooked up on a beautiful wahoo, something we haven't been able to catch for years.
What an important day in history.
This is one of the best tasting fish in the ocean.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice.
And we were all salivating over the thought of fresh sashimi for lunch, when all of a sudden...
Oh, I lost that.
Are you kidding me, Chris? Chris knew how long it had been since we caught a wahoo. Well, actually, the last one was back when we were crossing the Pacific, so he took it pretty hard on himself.
Sorry, everyone. That's a tough one. I don't know. I think the line must have touched the boat.
Skipper is not happy with that one.
I cannot believe there was an Ono right there.
I can't believe we didn't get it. All of that, and I haven't even had my first sip of coffee yet of the day.
We'll get another one.
Unfortunately, we did not get another one. But when we saw a huge monument up on the hill, we realized something pretty special.
I think it's the westernmost tip of Indo, because if you think about, maybe Borneo would be the northern.
Beginning of the Indonesian coastline. That's all it says.
This is the westernmost point. According to Google, not like I knew any of this until 5 seconds ago.
Looks so cool.
So this means that since clearing into Biak at the very eastern end of Indonesia, we've sailed the entire length of the country via the Philippines. That's over 5,000 miles of sailing. The sailing itself has been extremely challenging, as you've seen in previous episodes, but it's the people and culture and world-class surf that has made this one of the most amazing experiences of our lives. And to be here in Sabang to officially be getting stamped out of the country left me feeling quite emotional. Because of all the crewless dramas, which you'll see in next week's episode, we also had to say goodbye to Chris and Juliana for the second time.
As I said to Colin in the water last night, it's just been a really priceless experience. Not many people get the opportunity to sail with someone in their family and live out a dream like this, sailing together.
Yeah, I remember when I first got on and Colin had his sister on, and I was just really admiring that they were getting to share this experience together, and then finally I got to have that experience. So definitely feeling really grateful for that, and it's an extended family now, so it's been so good.
I think that you kind of become the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and spending a lot of time around such hardworking people with such a nice mutual goal.
Jamie, flash to Jamie pumping in the background. Now that's a hard worker.
Just in the past 2 months of being on here, I learned so much about creating videos, and if you did want to check out my channel, it's improved a lot in the past 2 months. It's
shout out.
Life of Topher.
I did arms yesterday.
We do arms every day, bro.
Never stop on arms.
Well, there you go, guys. Never stop on arms, apparently. And we'll see you next Sunday where we take on a 300-mile sail into the wind to Malaysia. Cheers, guys.
Jamie, what are you gonna do without your arm buddy?
I don't know.
Next time I come on board, I'm not going to be able to fit in any barrels. I'm going to be way too big.
That's why I haven't got one yet.